I'm just a fucking person, man.
I'm just a fucking person, man.
You sound like you're about to break down. Like, I'm just trying to be me.
I'm just a person, man. Hello again, everyone. We're back after, I don't know how long it's been.
I'm thinking I'm back.
But yes, it's us. It's Murica Brexit. For those of you who don't recognise me, I'm Youphemism. I am the Brexit portion of this podcast. And you guys can introduce yourself as well.
I'm Clark, and yeah.
I'm Espio, low tier player for the year.
Right, so last time we talked about... wow, what did we talk about last time? Was it the story trailer? Or was it...
We talked about how a lot of our origins getting into the competitive scene and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Like
I think
first tournaments and whatnot.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and then we blew up MKX, terrorist style.
MKX.
So.
Then we also looked at Robin. I think it was the Robin gameplay trailer came out.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can talk about the characters that have been revealed since then. First of all was Black Canary, who not only was revealed, but ended up being put in the beta not soon after, which was a surprise to a lot of people, because we didn't expect her this early. What did you guys think of Black Canary?
I think it's great that you can zone her out with Blue Beetle and blow up her scream, and it just is irrelevant. That's all I think about Black Canary.
Clark?
She's pretty fucking lame, to be honest. I like her trait. I think her trait's cool.
Okay.
But she's pretty boring, man. And I had noticed this. Her super is the same as Gorilla Grodd's. They just kind of yell at you. So she's pretty boring. Unless she's super top tier, I can't see people playing her much. Unless you're that one Black Canary lover.
I love her.
Love her, God.
I don't know who grows up and loves Black Canary, but they're out there.
You know, nice Black Canary is your waifu.
Maybe.
Why is that? That's actually the cringiest thing ever. Waifus.
Sorry, someone will get Black
She'd be
Canary
a terrible
body
wife. She'd fucking yell your head off.
I mean, she buys drinks. She's first ones on me half the time. So, I mean, she'll buy you drinks and whatnot.
I guess. I will say playing her, playing against her or playing her, in general, her being in the game when you play the fucking game, she's very annoying with that screeching shit. It's cool after the first time, but the fourth time that they use it in the fucking game, it's okay, I got it. She can screech. It's really annoying.
Could you imagine she actually sounded like that?
Well, I can't screech, so...
She's not a dinosaur.
She sounds like a velociraptor just screeching for no reason.
I like how he says she's not a dinosaur. I fucking know. That's the most factual shit that everybody knows. That's like saying babies aren't dishwasher safe. Everybody knows.
What?
Babies aren't dishwasher safe.
That is oddly specific, and I'm kind of worried.
No, I'm just saying, everybody knows that they're not, so...
Oh, God.
Black Canary's not a dinosaur. I know.
Well, that kind of went off topic. But yeah, Black Canary. She has... Oh, yeah, people were freaking out about the stun grenade that we saw in the trailers, but that turned out to be gear-specific.
Sonya clone. If you have more than 2 traits that another character has, you're a clone.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from that trailer thread.
Yeah, she's got her hands.
Blue Beetle is a clone.
Of who?
Sonya,
Who's Blue Beetle a clone of?
I was told Blue Beetle is a clone of Devora, even though he plays nothing like her. I'm still confused about that.
Oh yeah, because he has long range.
Because he uses bug appendages. I'm okay, he's Blue Beetle though, so I don't.
His 2/1/1 plus
anyway.
3 uses ovipositors. Devora confirmed.
Basically, I don't know. Black Canary is whatever, but I'm glad a lot of that stuff is gear related because it kind of lets you have a little bit of fun outside of being competitive too with a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of the stuff would be possibly too good.
Yeah, probably.
I hate playing with the gear mode because I don't know what half the shit can do. So.
I mean, we've got the whole Superman super becomes unblockable. I think it was a gear piece, an ability.
His super becomes unblockable?
Apparently.
Yeah, that's.
Somebody said it was fine though because it gets slowed down. So.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Just backdash, bro.
Just backdash. I'm done. The other thing I was thinking about for maybe balance, they might, instead of like, let's say a character is really bad, they might give them one of their gear specific moves as a core move. That might be something to do instead of having to completely rework a character necessarily.
Interesting thought. We could do that. Something like that. But I'm not sure though. We'd need to see, because obviously, but that means, you know, we'd need to test out those moves as well, which aren't available in competitive in the first place. So,
I just think it's
you know,
it's like the variation. It's just too much for me, and I just don't give a fuck. I was playing a Batman the other
Clark's
day,
like-
and I did like a Atrocitus combo that usually does like 37 or whatever, and
Yeah.
shit was doing like 18%, and I'm like, well, I don't know what that is, but that's pretty fucking annoying.
yeah.
So I'm just not a fan of the gear, the whatever it's called.
So yeah, Black Canary was revealed, and she was put in the beta, and we've had the chance to play her, but the beta is finishing pretty soon, I think. It was only said to last a month, so I guess we'll have to go for the next couple of months without it, which...
Yeah, it's ending Tuesday the 21st, so everybody get your games in.
Yes, I'm sure there'll be no complaints about that. Then we also
No more Betagate rage.
more Betagate. Yeah. Then after Canary was revealed, we had some sort of malarkey between the website saying that the next reveal would be on the 7th of February, but then on the 7th of February, without any warning, the website changed to say the 13th. Although we did still get a stream on the 8th where they basically just played the beta online, which is not great for a lot of people. They were just like, really? You're just streaming the beta? Great, thanks.
I was glad I was at work for that stream.
Yeah.
As soon as I found out what I was like, but why though?
Yeah.
I couldn't even rationalize it.
I don't. I mean, the whole the mess up on the dates thing.
Yeah.
Like, as much as, how do I put this? As much as like it's funny because it is funny. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, there's, I can't believe they didn't catch it, but they're just fucking stupid. But yeah, people were losing their minds over that shit. And that stream was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't give a fuck about saying that. That stream was stupid as fuck. Yeah, I really don't care about watching Tyler lose matches online to players. I don't give a fuck. Why would I want to watch that? And then obviously 16-bit of the other side of that coin, destroying other people. And then what's the crackhead looking dude's name? He
Oh wow.
Damn! Did you just call Derek a crack? Are you?
that guy? He made the matches interesting.
Oh god.
Either way, I'm just saying it was fucking boring.
Damn!
They're like, and they kept saying shit like, "Do you want to mention this?" Oh yeah, I want to mention that, but we can't right now. They said that like 5 times. Who gives a fuck?
If you can't mention it, why are you even talking about it? That's like those people that go, "Wow, I just heard the best gossip or the best secret ever," and people go, "Whoa, hey, what's up? I can't talk about it. Maybe in 2 years."
It's like,
There's no point.
I found this tech. I found this really high damage combo. Oh, but I'm not gonna say. It's like, why would you even tell people you have that then? Just don't talk about it.
Like,
Be quiet.
I'm not saying that they owe us shit, but it was just boring.
Yeah.
So,
But,
get your...
However,
What?
on a more cheerful note, they did make up for it by giving like an insane amount of character reveals the following week.
Yeah.
What, with the girls trailer?
They had a bunch of reviews and beta codes as well come out in plenty of waves on Twitter. I know Derek had put some in his. Ed Boon had like a lot of puking gifs and a lot of codes along with them. But it was a bit late to give them out.
Can I make a comment about that?
Sure.
I feel like more people got the beta from entering giveaways and competitions and stuff than they did from actually registering for the beta. If that's going to be how it goes down in the future, why save everybody some time and just don't have people register for the beta?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was weird to me. I'm like, everybody I talk to, and people can say, "Oh, it's just TYM," but like, no. Even people I talk to, like that had the beta that aren't on TYM, are like, "Oh," I'm like, "Oh, how do you get the beta?" They're like, "Oh, I want a giveaway," or on these Reddit giveaways, these Twitter giveaways. It's never like, "Oh yeah, I just got in from because I registered." I think that's been like maybe a couple times, but not a bunch.
Well, and to clarify, we're not bitching about the beta because we all technically have the beta right now.
Yeah.
And I've had it for a couple weeks. I know you've had it for a couple weeks or a week, Sergio or Espio.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
we're not bitching about not having the beta. We have it. And it's funny because I don't think any of us got it from our emails.
No,
Yeah,
no.
pretty much.
So, just wanted to clarify there.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, can I give a shout out to somebody real quick? I want to give a shout out to False God Confirmed. He's the only reason why I ended up getting into the beta anyway. He was nice enough to offer his code just
Who,
because
sorry?
he wanted me. Huh?
Who, sorry?
False God Confirmed.
Oh, right, okay. I thought you said Paul Scott, and I was like, who's that guy? Come on.
But no, he was really really nice for doing that, and I didn't like. He just messaged me out of the blue and was like, "I know you want to play Blue Beetle," so I was like, "Okay, cool." So yeah, that was very nice of him.
Yeah, that was nice, man. Shouts to FGC, or sorry, WB Chan, I believe he goes by now.
TYM Sama.
Yes,
I
So yeah, we've had a lot of the beta stuff. Oh yeah, Black Canary, Blue Beetle was also added. I didn't realize we hadn't mentioned that last time, or it was before he was added. But yeah, Blue Beetle was added, Black Canary was added. Blue Beetle was considered pretty mediocre, turbo meterless damage, really good metered damage, really good ground projectile, pretty mediocre air projectile.
bottom 5 confirmed in beta.
Bottom 5 confirmed, yeah. And then Black Canary was added. She had the 50/50s, a delayed cancel on her standing 2. Ugh. Hopefully there's not much more of that.
What's everybody's thoughts on the beta overall, though?
I thought it was pretty good. Like I played it a while. I actually stayed at Scott's for a couple of days and we played it.
That's not a fucking surprise.
Well, he managed to get a code also, so we played it for a couple of days, and there was a couple of things though that we had, like the input buffer. The input buffer is huge right now. They really need to tone that down, because there's a lot of like specials coming out when you don't want them, and it's quite annoying. The cancel buffer is clearly a lot smaller from the first game as well. Like with Batman, you can't just buffer in back 1/1 trait and get it. You have to time your trait call after the second hit of the back 1/1, which might actually enforce hit confirming more. I think
Which
that
is
might be
fine
a
with
good
me.
thing. Yeah, I think that might be a good thing that the cancel buffer's smaller, but the input buffer being bigger is just that needs to be toned down right now. It might be in the final version of the game. It might just be the beta has a giant input buffer, but right now that's a major issue that both Scott and I were having problems with. So hopefully that gets fixed for the full release.
I'm hoping push block gets made back to the way it was. I can't, like I said, me and Clark were testing it the other day, and you have to like.
I didn't know how to do it.
Your finger. Yeah, I randomly figured out how to do it, and it's like you have to slide your finger along it, and it's just awkward to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, we figured
I'm not
it
saying
out,
it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It just seems off. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd rather
But,
than just have it back and meter burn. I don't see what was wrong with it.
Yeah, that would have been fine. But overall, I really, really liked the beta. I thought Blue Beetle was really fun.
Well,
I'm excited.
The way I looked at it, it's funny. I liked Injustice 1, a lot, and it feels like Injustice 1, but not so much to where it's like an exact clone. It's like I wish that this is what MKX did with MK9, or
Could you imagine?
Like I wish that it, just in terms of feel, like it feels like Injustice, right? So I did enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Ideally, people would have liked to see more characters added, but maybe they just didn't have time or didn't want to, or they were just doing it with a few characters to see if it worked with that. Although some people were saying that there was lag on the character select screen, which I did kind of notice as well, and it was weird. But yeah, the beta seems to have gone well overall. The netcode seems pretty strong. I mean, I played a few people from America online. I played Zyfox. I played him a few games. I played a bunch of people. And it was good for the few that I did play anyway. A lot of the time there was a lot of really high pings when trying to connect to other people, but that's just going to happen with long distance.
The only time it lagged for me is when I played Use for Glue.
Right.
Like our ping was terrible, and it wasn't like lagging per se. He would just randomly skip. Like he would be, we'd be like far away from each other, and I could tell that. I guess he dashed in because
Yeah.
A second later he'd be like right in front of my ass.
Yeah, like kind of rollbacky.
Yeah. So other than that, yeah, the netcode was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, the beta was pretty good overall. I think everybody had a generally good impression overall. And hopefully the main game improves on any problems that the beta has right now, which are not that many. But yeah, I think we can look back to reveals that we got. Obviously with the whole malarkey between the 7th and the 13th and the 8th and whatever. Eventually on the 13th of February, we did get Swamp Thing's reveal. And what did you guys think of that, Clark?
He's actually somebody that looks cool.
Mhm.
So I'm probably not gonna play him, but no, he looked cool.
Okay. Espio, what did you think of Swamp Thing?
Honestly, I thought that the way he was going to play, I thought that was how Ivy was going to play, like with the
Yeah.
long range, like
I was
whips and
exactly
stuff.
the
And
same,
maybe
yeah.
she'll have something like that. But he looks so much more interesting. Obviously, we haven't seen that much of her, but he looks really, really fun.
Yeah.
But I'm probably not going to use him because I don't really use big bodies in general. But I am excited he was added because a lot of people really wanted him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I thought, well, I wasn't sure, but I was thinking, oh, I might play Ivy if she plays with, long range vines and whatnot. I think I mentioned that one of the last times, but then Swamp Thing's gameplay came out and he played the way I thought Ivy was going to play. So I was a lot more interested in Swamp Thing suddenly than I was before. And especially because he was giving me kind of Canra vibes, and Canra was my main in Killer Instinct. So I'll definitely be at least trying out Swamp Thing to see what he can do. But yeah, I think I liked the Swamp Thing trailer. It was really good. If that was the trailer they were talking about in Twitter, where it was, the best trailer they've done yet, or whatever they were saying, then yeah, the Swamp Thing trailer was really good. And then the next day, we got the Here Come the Girls trailer, which had Black Canary again, who've seen a million times anyway. We had Poison Ivy's gameplay reveal, as well as 2 full character reveals of new character Cheetah, a Wonder Woman villain,
So
and
Cheetah,
the return of Catwoman.
Cheetah and Catwoman weren't previously like revealed.
No.
Oh, okay.
So Cheetah ended up being a new character that was introduced, and Catwoman is returning. People assumed that they would probably be skins for each other, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. So we'll see how they differentiate them and how they play. But what about the gameplay that we saw for Ivy? Espio, you mentioned that you'd seen the Ivy gameplay and it wasn't really what you thought she would play. Like, what did you think of at least the small bit that we saw?
I mean, even though we didn't get that much, it seemed like she was more up close with like punches and kicks, and she did some type of like leg grab thing where she dropped down on people, something like that, or she got on top of you and she kind of fell down on you and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was thinking and obviously we don't know yet because we don't have enough info to go on. But I was thinking she'd be more like either a range character or like a trap character with like maybe spore bombs or like plants and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm just hoping she's not like a up close like set play type of character because it just seems like it doesn't fit. It wouldn't fit her.
Yeah, like Black Canary, how she's kind of like that right now.
Yeah. Although that fits Black Canary more than it would fit Poison Ivy.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, Ivy seemed very up close from what we saw, but as you say, we didn't see much, so it's hard to say how she's going to fully play from that. But someone also noticed that she might have like a stun move. Not sure if it will restand or not, but there was a point where Cheetah had a kind of green, I don't know what to call it, a green cloud of air around her head, and that's when Ivy did the back 3 in her trailer. So, yeah, not sure how she'll turn out to be. But Clark, what did you think about the girls trailer, or well, Ivy's reveal?
It was cool. I was. If you put money on it, like is Poison Ivy going to be in the game? I was going to bet down on it every time.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to play her, but she's cool to me. It's funny. I thought because remember in our first podcast we were talking about who how she was gonna play, or I remember mentioning it, and I think that the way I described it, that's how Swamp Thing looks like he's gonna play. Like he has that the vines and shit coming out of the ground. But she's fine. Catwoman. Actually, it's funny. Catwoman was one of those cool characters that I love to watch and that I wish I could play in Injustice 1, but I never did. So she's fine. And then Cheetah, I didn't see much. I don't remember much of her, but she's fine. Her face is all fucked up, but like she got a
Cheetah reminds me of Shiva.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And she's a 10 out of 10.
I'm actually more excited about Cheetah than Poison Ivy, which is actually surprising because it was the opposite. Like I wasn't too excited about her beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cheetah, again, we didn't see much of her either, and Catwoman, we saw literally no gameplay whatsoever, which I don't know if it suggests she's not ready yet, or they just forgot or didn't do it or something. Or
is she going to be a legacy character?
Yeah, well, we expect her to be, for the most part.
Yeah.
But all we've seen of her so far is her super, or bits of her super, her outro, and we saw actually a glimpse of story mode, a very small glimpse of story mode, where Catwoman was moving, like she was at the head of the kind of pack of people that was there. Behind her was Harley in handcuffs, and behind her were two gorillas from, assumingly, Gorilla Grodd's Gorilla City, or maybe part of the society. Not sure how either of those are fit into it yet, but that was a small glimpse of story mode that we got. So maybe Catwoman's working with Grodd, working for the society. It brought Harley in since she's now part of the insurgency. Not sure. But yeah, we didn't really actually see gameplay of Catwoman. I don't know when we'll get gameplay of her, or more of Ivy. But yeah, we got the girls trailer, 4 girls, so that'll be all the people saying, "No, there's no girls in this game. Can you reveal more girls?" Those people will be happy. But yeah, we eventually got those reveals, and the next one is on the 23rd, I think. Thursday 23rd.
Hopefully it's Dr. Fate.
Yeah, a lot of people have been waiting for his reveal, because we know Dr. Fate's pretty much in.
Hopefully
Captain
it's Black
Cold.
Adam.
Sorry?
Hopefully it's Black Adam.
I would also be fine with that. It just needs to be somebody that's like people are really excited about.
Yeah.
Either Black Adam or Dr. Fate would be cool.
Are people excited for Black Adam?
I don't think so.
I was saying,
I don't know.
I haven't heard much, like, want for him. So.
I mean, I don't want to assume nobody gives a shit about Black Adam. But
I don't think they do. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Dr. Fate anyway.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Dr. Fate will play as well. I'm not sure about him as a character much. I haven't read the comics or anything, but I know he's a sorcerer, and I like sorcerers, magic type characters, so I'll definitely
in the comics he's pretty powerful, so
right.
We'll see.
You never know, he might take something from Zatanna from Injustice 1.
I hope not.
God, I hope
not either. Zatanna was terrible.
I hate Zatanna. Not only is she's terrible. Oh my goodness. The only thing cool about her was that that illusion type of thing where she made like 3 copies of herself.
Yeah.
I thought her magic was pretty boring for a magic character. She just throws hats and just whatever.
Yeah, and teleports and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was interesting, just not great.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, we've got the bios on the Injustice 2 website have also been updated. We've got, Robin's up there now, Black Canary, Catwoman, Cheetah, who else? Swamp Thing as well, of course, they're up there. But now the Injustice website has, I believe it's 38 slots, something like that. A lot of them are locked right now, and people were seeing that originally the website only had like 33 slots, and every time the website gets updated with a new character or another person's bio, we end up with another slot on the website. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's hinting at the full roster or the roster along with the DLC that will come out, or if it's just a coding error like someone suggested. But yeah, the bios are up now for a lot of the newest revealed characters.
I was gonna say, I think that there's gonna be more characters than people think there are, just because they're we still have like 2.5 months, and they've been dropping characters like crazy.
Yeah,
I really do believe there's gonna be more than people think there are.
Yeah, most likely.
Then there's more than the leak.
You think?
Because it would be, I think it'd be weird to put like all the DLC on there too, alongside, because the game's not even out yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see, but that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, in saying that, they've already got a number of DLC characters that will come based on the pre-orders. You know, if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition, you'll get access to 9 other DLC characters as well. So you never know; they might already have the DLC decided, and that's why the website's updating like that. But like you say, there could be more than people think. But a lot of people are obviously going by the leak and suggesting that it is real because there's not been a wrong character listed yet. And the mobile game recently, I don't know if you guys saw that, but the mobile game recently showed off Scarecrow, Cyborg, Green Lantern, The Flash, and their supers. Clark, did you see that?
No, I saw the thread or whatever, but I didn't click it. I didn't give a fuck.
Right. Well, Scarecrow's look right now, if he is in the game and that's how he looks in game, personally, I'm not a fan of that. He looks really, I don't know, he just looks skinny and bare bones, and he's got a sickle as well. It seems really weird to me, but
there's just too many Batman characters at this point. Although, like I said, and I'm sure the leak is legit. Like, there's no reason to believe it's not legit. Pretty much everybody that's been revealed so far, like Cheetah, Catwoman, Swamp Thing, there's no reason to believe it's not real.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I think that there's some people that weren't possibly on the leak. Maybe there's 2 or 3 or maybe even 4.
Maybe. The mobile game obviously showed off Green Lantern for the first time as well. We definitely know it's Hal Jordan now, although we already did anyway, and we had a little look at what he might look like in the game. Cyborg as well, we saw a little of what he might look like, and all the characters' new supers as well. Flash's new super, Cyborg's reminds me a little of whose was it? Well, it reminds me of I think it's the Fortress of Solitude stage transition where they go through the Phantom Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it Raven Super and Injustice 1? Maybe a mix of both. But yeah, we had a little of that for the mobile game, so you never know, we might see those characters come back.
He looks fucking stupid.
Who does?
Scarecrow.
Yeah.
He looks really bad.
That delayed.
Well, I was trying to Google it. He looks fucking terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
They need to hire me at Netherrealm. I'll fucking fix this company real quick.
What?
Just hire me as a consultant.
Wow.
So when they give me the Scarecrow thing, it's like, this is what he looks like. I'm like, nah. Just make it better.
That deep analysis. No.
Nah.
Not good enough.
He looks like a fucking cockroach.
Cockroach.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
I'm excited for Cyborg, though.
Hopefully they make him different.
Yeah, he'll definitely be changed because his design in Justice 1 was just kind of like they tried to give him a bunch of moves, but they didn't really all work together, I don't think.
No.
If he's the same as Injustice 1 Cyborg, expect him to be the least played character out of anyone.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, so...
Like, certain characters, the legacy stuff worked like it worked for Superman and Batman and Aquaman, but I don't think it really would work for him.
Yeah.
So hopefully they end up completely reworking him. I mean, if you keep some things, okay, but I wouldn't... And Zoner doesn't really fit Cyborg to me. I don't picture him keeping people at a distance when I think of Cyborg.
Well, yeah, if he is back, I really don't think they'll have the instant air fireballs back, which makes me sad because I really enjoyed those kind of things, but it doesn't seem like they're wanting that to return so far, because at least Blue Beetle's air projectile is not amazing.
It's 10 out of 10. No, but the recovery is kind of similar to Superman's air laser, like the non-meter burn when it whiffs.
Yeah. So
it's not going to be like crazy or anything, obviously.
Yeah. I guess no. I guess they were just like, oh, zoning was really good in Injustice 1, and well, we all know how NRS feels about zoning.
I mean, but if you could imagine like Blue Beetle's ground projectile plus his air projectile being that good, if that was like almost as good as his ground one, that would be insane.
Yeah, his ground one is pretty good right now. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. They might change some things for the final version of the game. It's obviously the beta build as I say, a beta build. So Yeah, we'll
Yeah, it's
we'll see
all up
how.
in the air.
Yeah, right now we don't know anything that's going to be in the final version of the game just now for the most part. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Ho- Hopefully, you can cancel into trait ease more like off of strings and stuff
Oh yeah, that
instead of
his traits
Kinda like
really
Nightwing.
quite kinda slow. Yeah,
yeah, or Wonder Woman where he doesn't have to like stop everything he's doing and then activate trait,
Yeah.
yeah,
or to have to drop a combo to activate it.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything to do with the beta and the characters have been revealed so far. I guess we can move on to the controversy surrounding Evo for the most part. CEO, which will be happening in June this year, I believe, has Injustice 2 as a main game there, but Injustice 2 won't be a main game at Evo this year. What is your guys' thoughts on that, Espio?
Honestly, I feel like CEO and tournaments like that have always treated NRS games really, really well. And I feel like if I do go to a tournament, one of the early ones, I would not go to Evo.
Yeah,
Not saying don't go, but like CEO seems like they really respect NRS games and they give you, a lot more benefit and respect than if you were to go to Evo.
yeah,
Just based off of the history with Injustice and MKX and all that other stuff.
yeah. I know what you mean. Because I'm actually doing that. I'm skipping out on Evo so that I can go to CEO. Because I think it will just be a better experience.
I'm
Seeing
excited
this-
for CEO.
Yeah,
Are you going?
I am as well. Yeah.
Well, circumstances have changed, so
Oh,
I will.
Are you going?
Huh?
Are you going?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you guys get to hang out.
damn. That's cool. I didn't know that.
I'll probably be a dad by then.
You'll probably be what?
Congratulations.
I said I'll probably be a dad by
Ah.
then.
That's right. I forgot. Congratulations on that one.
You don't have to fucking re-congratulate me. I'm just saying. My ass to be
Again.
home.
Yeah.
Clark, can you please take a seat?
I'm just saying. I'm gonna be home
you get
watching
it-
you bitches on the stream, and I'm, with no sleep and shit. I'm just saying. I won't be there.
I probably
Well.
won't be able to stay that many days, though, but I'm at least going to be there for the tournament.
Right. Okay.
Is it in Orlando?
Yes.
Okay.
Orlando.
I'm old, motherfucker.
Barely made it that sentence.
Same age. I don't know what the deal is. I'm surprised that it is it now. That's confirmed true that Injustice is not going to be one of the main games. You were saying.
Yeah, Injustice 2 is not going to be a main game at Evo this year, nor is MKX, but that was kind of expected. But Injustice 2, though,
I
will
was
not be a
saying,
main game.
was NRS games really a main game at Evo anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, the
they have
main-
been.
They
The
were, but they were never streamed. I mean, MK9 was.
What? What do you mean they were never streamed?
Do you not
Yeah, they
remember
were.
fucking Injustice, Injustice Evo Year 2? Shit wasn't streamed at all the entire day.
Hold up.
I think Pig streamed
only
it,
part-
towards the end or something.
I saw.
Do you remember that?
I just remember the year 2 top 8 matches primarily.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the top 8, but I don't know. It's been like almost 3 years now.
I
don't
remember
remember.
watching the top 8 too, like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
Was it that early?
No, I'm being
It doesn't-
I'm being fucking joking. But it was like one of the earliest games.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And I don't remember watching MKX because I hated MKX. So
Well, yeah, Injustice 2 isn't going to be in the main stage at Evo, which is, I mean, that's it's quite new considering MK9, Injustice, MKX all had main stage spots, but Injustice 2 doesn't. That's maybe they're just worried because of Injustice 1, and how Superman just basically caused people to boo the first year. A good look.
That was funny
That was
and
very
sad
funny.
simultaneously.
But then
I don't know that didn't stop MKX as much. Well, the first year anyway.
yeah, I know what you mean.
I didn't
Stra-
watch MKX
that's
the
strange.
second year. So
But I don't think it was aimed at getting booed in MKX though. So yeah, I'm sure they're fine with that. But speaking of MKX, the whole Evo situation, MKX would have been a one of the 9 games, but there was a whole you get one of 9 games, and whoever gets the most donations to charity for that game is the final main game. I think it was, and in the Evo lineup, and MKX managed to raise $137, but it's that mainly because Pig suggested, or someone suggested, doing a side tournament for MKX at Evo anyway, and then we can donate any money we want to charity, and we can donate any money to a pot bonus that you want as well. But FChamp on Twitter was blowing up for the MKX community, since there was only a few donations for the game, and it was talking like community support and whatnot. But it's just because nobody thinks Evo's really treating the NRS games well anymore. So why it's just not getting the same support that they would like it to have.
Although I'm kind of curious if the numbers would be that much different if Evo was treating. I'm very curious about that.
What do you mean?
Because I'm not. I don't know. I'm just not sold on the idea that the only reason why the numbers are so low is that Evo doesn't treat them. It didn't treat MKX as well. Because haven't there been? I thought there's been a stark drop in entry anyway.
Yeah, I mean, overall there has been a lot less numbers for MKX now, and
maybe
as
it's
it
because
gets
MKX
closer...
was a bad game.
No, it's not. Great game.
I mean, yeah.
You're just jealous, Clark. Clark, you're just jealous because you didn't place in it, so that means that's why you think it's bad.
Are you fucking with me, or is that true?
Clark, you're just an online
I'm
player who just sits and chirps at your keyboard. You don't know what you're talking about, man.
I'm barely on my keyboard.
You don't. I'm barely on my keyboard.
I go on TYM like once every 2 days just to fuck with somebody.
Clark, we're kidding.
Clark, you don't have to defend your keyboard usage. Me and Paul are trolling so hard, and you're like, "Oh my god, I don't."
We're just kidding. We're just kidding. We're just blowing up the people who come up with these terrible kind of arguments, and how the only people hating the game are people that aren't good at the game.
Who said that?
Just there are people all over Tester, mate, with excuses.
Okay, who's some of the people that said that?
That's what I'm saying. It's all over the site. There's not one person doing it.
There's a bunch of people saying that the only reason why people don't like MKX is because they're not good at it.
Yeah, that is a narrative that is going around.
Well, you can go fuck yourselves, whoever's saying that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's not
I
true.
think the funny thing to me though is like, if that's your counter argument for why people don't like the game, instead of like actually thinking about and refuting the points that they're making, is you just suck at the game.
Yep.
It's like there's no conversation, huh?
I already said why I don't like the game. I said it when never mind.
But they're not necessarily talking to you specifically. They're just saying people in general that don't like the game.
Well, if any of those people are listening to the podcast, if any of you guys are listening to the podcast, go fuck yourself.
Wow.
When you're petty. I just love it because Clark literally just did a nuke blow up where it doesn't matter who was involved. He just threw it at everybody that might possibly be affiliated with it.
Well, that's how you do it. I'm just saying. You don't hold back.
But the funny thing is, like, I'm usually a very positive person, and I defended. No, I really ain't. No, listen. I was like I tried to be like when MKX was new, like and you can even see like I tried to be like very positive like year one with the game, and when people would be complaining about it, I'd be like, maybe I'm not getting it, maybe I'm not understanding it, maybe something else is up, but it's like after you've been trying to get a game for like multiple years and and there's certain issues that still bother you, it's hard to keep saying, oh, it's just you, or the game's fine, you're just terrible.
Well, yeah, anybody that didn't like Injustice 1, I didn't care. You just didn't like the game. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, too. And because you don't like the game doesn't make you bad.
No.
There were things that, I know people didn't like the unblockable interactables. I hated that shit. I wish we would have turned them off or something.
Yeah.
Actually, that is kind of a complaint, because I'm stupid. I don't like the fact that some interactables are blockable and some aren't now. It's like, fuck, okay, I gotta learn more shit now.
That shouldn't be a thing. I think they should just be all blockable again.
Yeah.
And And hopefully that's just a beta thing, but I actually noticed that too, and I would get confused. I'd be like, I'm blocking. Why am I getting hit by this?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
yeah.
that's
And
not
then,
something
like-
that's gonna turn me away, but it's just like something that's stupid.
Right, it's like you have to really know the stage and the matchup type of thing. I mean, it might be interesting, but it's still, like, aggravating.
Yeah, but it's almost like an inconsistency. Like, why are some of them not blockable? But inconsistency wouldn't be new in an NRS game, so
I'm just hopeful that this is just beta shenanigans and it'll be fine on release, and everything will either be... I just want, if everything's going to be blockable or unblockable, I just want it to be consistent throughout, so that way I know, oh, I need to dodge this, or oh, I can just block and it's fine.
yeah, exactly.
Regardless.
I mean, it might make stage counterpicking more of a thing, knowing that, you know, there might be some stages without unblockable interactables and some stages with unblockable interactables, and, you know, what would you prefer, what would your character do better with, that kind of thing. Maybe
The
stage
idea
meta
that
might
makes
be a thing.
that makes my skin crawl, low key. Hopefully that is not a thing, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I
mean, we survived Injustice 1, and most of us really enjoyed it, so it's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
But yeah, again, we'll see what happens when the full game comes out, and see if blockables, if interactables are blockable or unblockable. But yeah, are there any other characters that you guys want to see? Despite, you know, people's thoughts that the leaked list will be it, and it'll that'll be the final roster. Those are the characters that are going to be in, and no one else is going to be. If it's not a character you think will be in the base roster, even someone that could be considered for DLC, is there anyone you can think of? Clark?
Black Adam.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
Isn't he on the...
He's on the league roster, so hopefully that's true. The only
I'm sure he's in.
The only person that I would want is Shazam for DLC if he's not in the real game, even though I don't think anybody gives a fuck about Shazam or Captain Marvel.
Okay.
True.
Let me try to think. No, everybody else that I would probably want is probably going to be in the game. Like I think I wanted Dr. Fate and Brainiac and Darkseid, so this is I'm a more Superman fan.
I see.
But Black Adam's my favorite, so if he's in the game, cool beans.
Cool beans. Espio?
I just want Hawkgirl, shockingly. What a shocker. I want Hawkgirl. Raven and Doomsday. But if I get either of those three, I will be happy if I get either Doomsday, Hawkgirl, or Raven. But hopefully all three at least appear in some form, whether it's premiere skins or DLC or something.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Doomsday, man. Can we just get... if he's going to be in, can he please, for the love of God, get a redesign?
Get a what?
Just make Earthshaker mid-low.
I guess so. It's just that every...
Sounds like Paul
stream
just wants a total rework of Doomsday.
Yeah, just a redesign that makes him focus more on, you know, doing his combos, doing big damage. He's a big character. He's supposed to do big damage, you would think, you know?
Maybe. I don't know. I kind of liked the way he was built, just because he was like so. He wasn't the easiest person to get away from. You know, he was just always on your ass.
Yeah.
I like that he could open you up, but he never did stupid damage. When I got opened up by Doomsday, I was never like, holy shit, I'm dead. Like, I just lost 40% or 50%. You lost your, like, 12 to 19 or whatever it was, and then, you guess again to see whatever. And he was very meter-aligned, too. Like, he had legitimate weaknesses. He wasn't just like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever I want. I enjoyed fighting Doomsday.
Yeah, so did I for some reason.
It was a fun matchup. It was a really fun matchup. Like, most characters, unless you were like Raven or something, I feel like he was a fun character to fight against. Raven just got bodied, but everybody else, for the most part, it was just fun to fight him.
You thought it was fun to fight Doomsday?
Yeah, I kid you not. I would request, like, my friends that play Doomsday, I'd be like, hey, let's run Hawkgirl Doomsday, and we would play, like, 40 games of Hawkgirl Doomsday, and I'd be, like, just happy and excited every single time. It never got
you
old.
play Hawkgirl, though. Maybe that matchup's a bit more fun, but for a lot of other characters, it's just... Oh my god.
I mean, I liked Martian versus him, and,
Martian versus Doomsday was a bit more fun, yeah.
Sorry,
who are you playing that it was...
Sorry, Batgirl wasn't good enough against Doomsday.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Oh my god.
I could deal with Doomsday fine as Batgirl. It doesn't make Doomsday less annoying.
Because Batgirl.
I mean, out of all the characters in Injustice 1, you could probably name at least probably 8 to 10 characters that were probably way more ridiculous than Doomsday in some way.
Well, see,
Like,
ridiculousness is subjective, though. Like, Doomsday was super he was ridiculous because it was such an effective game plan with so little brain power. But with other characters, you know, if you got opened up by some of them, it was...
Doesn't that fit Doomsday, though? He's like a raging, psychotic monster
That's what I
who
tried
doesn't
saying.
think. That's the
true.
perfect design for him. He just gets in there and just starts hitting you and doing stupid shit.
That's true.
That's like
But-
perfect character design.
I don't know. I just think it would have been more fun to see him, because he did do big damage. He had like 40+% for a bar. I think it would have been more fun to see him use those combos more often, rather than just 2 specials all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I feel like a bad person.
I don't know.
But I feel like a bad person, but every time people got hit by Earthshake, I laughed so hard.
I would say I blocked
don't
it
know
pretty
why.
fine. I mean, the mix-ups were a little, you know, it was whatever, but his normals were relatively slow. Like the overhead one.
Right.
I'm not saying it was
I don't know.
blockable or reactable. I'm just saying, like, I didn't have a hard time blocking Earthshaker all the time.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you knew the matchup and you knew how to counter him really well, you got rewarded for making your good reads. And a lot of times, like at the post-blocked Venom game,
Huh.
you
You keep
the
talking. I'm just
risk
gonna be a
reward wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would just classify, like, if I was thinking about characters that have like really, like, I would be like Martian, you know, Batgirl, Flash, Aquaman, Zod. Like, they're just quite a few different characters that were, I feel like, Bane, Sinestro. I just feel like there were so many other characters that were just so much more irritable to deal with, regardless of who you played.
I mean, as Batgirl, I found Doomsday a lot more of a problem than Bane, because at least with Bane, I could get away from him. I could stay mobile. I could just move away and cartwheel through his shit, and it didn't matter. But with Doomsday, it was tougher. Like, you couldn't do that. Like, if he was doing, say, Meter Burn Venom, you couldn't do down back 3-1 over it because the hitbox was so fucking big.
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about, like, not character specific. I'm talking about, like, moving to, like, looking at how everybody on the roster deals with the character. Like,
That's the thing
Batgirl
you
versus
said, regardless
Doomsday.
of what character you play.
I know, but you're talking about, like, things that, you know, maybe... Obviously, Venom, it was hard to jump over for everybody because the hitbox was really good.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, certain Batgirl-specific things, like... And then, on the flip side, you had, like, Flash absolutely wrecked Doomsday. Bane wrecked Doomsday. Like, there's just, like... I'm just saying, like, Bane as a character wrecked way more characters than... Let's say Doomsday. Doomsday had characters he bodied like Raven and whatnot, but he wasn't just sitting there going, "Oh, you know, I wreck like 3 or 4 characters," because he gave Green Arrow a hard time. And actually, I'm not gonna even list characters because I'm sure someone would be like, "No, excuse me, you're wrong. This is 5-5." So I'm just saying. I'm not even gonna, and I don't want to argue it because I don't care. The only matchups I care about, like really care about, is like Hawk Girl matchups because that was the character I really knew.
Yeah.
Super well.
Having a good time.
Okay. Well, I'm not editing that out. Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah. We were just talking about Doomsday there.
Oh, really? We're still on him?
Where?
Dude.
I'm saying we were
If
talking
Doomsday, this conversation is great because if Doomsday is in Injustice 2 in any form and plays anything like Injustice 1, Doomsday, if at CEO, that's the only character I'm using against Paul the entire weekend.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if he's my main or not. I don't care if Blue Beetle's my main or whoever, or Cheetah or whoever.
And I
Doomsday
will go
only.
Wonder Woman and punish you swiftly.
He's gonna be like, "Bro, I want to get that Blue Beetle experience." I'm like, "Too bad, Doomsday."
I'll have my counter picks. You don't worry.
I'm sure you will because you use everybody. I'm just gonna find my 2 characters in this, call it a day, and hopefully they're not shit.
So basically, you're challenging me to money match. Is that what this is? CEO, me, you, $100. Is that what's happening right now?
Well, you don't have dollars.
Hey, I got $100.
No,
I'm
talking
poor.
about-
I'm still poor.
Yeah.
So-
I couldn't put that up either, to be honest. But
Is
we can play.
but
I'm sure we'll play some casuals or something. Anyway.
you don't have dollars in
Oh,
Scotland.
absolutely.
What are you saying, Clark?
100 euros.
Yeah, you don't have
100
dollars.
Euros?
Yeah, you don't-
Pounds in Scotland.
Yeah, you gotta convert that shit if you're gonna do a money match.
You gotta convert.
Fine,
that
let me
shit.
see.
Is he really converting the shit?
Fine,
Clark-
me, you, an £80.54 money match.
I don't know what the fuck. The pounds, that British currency.
Yep. We ain't EU boys
I,
anymore.
I forgot Britain didn't fuck with the euro really anyway. I forgot that
Yeah.
they never really fucked with it anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Like-
quid?
A quid is just slang
Hell.
for pound.
Okay, because I heard people say quid when they were talking about pounds, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is the difference? But oh, that's cool.
Yeah. it's
I
just-
knew
Why
slang.
the fuck is there?
I knew slang.
Why is there slang?
See, I'm
Why is there slang
educated.
for money?
I'm educated, Espio. That's why.
Well, according to you, education doesn't mean shit, so you're not shit. So.
Ooh.
See how that works?
Yeah.
See how that works?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, like you know how other countries say buck for a dollar.
Buck?
Yes.
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
I mean, the only people that say buck is I don't know. 1939 gangster films.
Well, I've heard of it. Michigan people say it a lot. That's actually where it originated, I believe, because there were so many bucks that they actually were used for currency back in the day. Michigan facts. What up?
Yeah, like we also use for £5 and £10 we use the terms fiver and tenner.
Ew. But why though? Fiver and tenner.
Yeah, a fiver. Like how much is it? It's a fiver. How much is it? It's a tenner.
I can't.
We also
Quid.
yeah.
What
like
is quid
for,
even?
I don't know.
What is a quid?
Apparently, quid comes from the phrase quid pro quo. Yeah.
That sounds so bougie. Quid pro quo. Isn't that illegal? That's a legal term. I think.
Yeah, some this for that, some like that.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, what else we use? We also use a grand for £1,000.
Well, we say that too.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. See, it's all universal.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think that probably covers enough for this one. I think we're done here. Yeah.
Any blow ups? Any shout outs?
Shout outs to all those people who are doing nothing but hiding away behind their keyboards and not making it out to events.
Even if they are.
Yeah, even if they are actually doing that.
Also, shout outs to people commenting on MK9 and Injustice that weren't even here for them and just got here. Because when you don't know shit, comment on it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What else? Yeah, I guess I'll see you at CEO then, Espio.
When is CEO?
June
Isn't it
16th,
June
18th.
Wait, why are you saying like that? Like we're not going to be communicating again?
Oh, I guess I'll see you then. I'll see you then.
we're not gonna talk again.
I'll see you in
The
4 months.
podcast isn't started. That sounds like, but why though?
No, well, I was just saying because I don't know, we're done now. Yeah.
We're done for good.
Any
This
blow-ups?
last one till after June.
NRS should hire me as a consultant for their
Yes.
community. For
You can be the community
intelligence.
specialist. No, be the community specialist.
Yeah, they need to hire me. That way, when I say something's gonna happen,
Laugh
it
so
will
hard.
happen. And then anybody that says that you don't like MKX just because you're bad, you're a fucking moron.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Could
MKX
you
is.
imagine if that was? Could you imagine if that was a talking point in MK9 and Injustice 1? Nobody used that as a talking point that I remember.
No, they
Like,
didn't.
legitimate.
Well, some people did. I think
you didn't
for
like it-
Injustice. I remember some people say, "Well, you just don't like it because it's not MK9."
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
suck.
that's different from you don't like it because you suck.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. But
That's more of a preference thing than you're just terrible. That's why you hate it.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
my statement stands the same. You're a fucking moron. Black Canary is annoying, not because of her gameplay, but because of her screech.
Mhm.
Black Adam should be in the game.
I I actually like her, but I just think it's fun. I just will never consider myself using her or carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I think that pretty much covers everything for this one. Then I'm sure we have stuff to talk about next time as well, but that'll do for now, I think. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to discuss some narrative next time.
Yes, there will be plenty of narratives, I'm sure, to discuss next time. Any last remarks?
That's if they have any releases.
What?
That's if the NRS does. Were you talking about new character reveals?
There's one the 23rd, I think. Wait,
Yes.
what are you talking about?
Oh, you said something about narratives, and I just thought you meant the fucking character reveals and shit.
No, like narrative as in like community talking points that people have.
Like NRS not doing reveals and shit.
No, like LOL. Let's say all MKX is about is mixing and running 50-50, like that type of narrative.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, clock
Or
me out,
if
am I
you
right,
don't like a
Espio?
game, you don't. Huh?
I said, well, clock me out, am I right, Espio?
I need to be clocked out.
You
we
saying
can just
clock
end it.
out is like the dorkiest shit in the world. This doesn't sound the same like Espio says it.
Time.
Okay, I'll try it with his accent then. Well, clock me out, am I right, Espio?
Damn! Oh,
I'm
fuck.
dead.
That was funny.
Okay, well, that's good. We're done.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's the podcast, guys.
I think that embarrassment shall end this podcast. If you guys are still here and listening, then thanks. I don't know when we'll be back, but we will be back. And yeah, I think we're done here. See you, everybody.
Bye.
Have a blessed day.
Oh, fuck you.